Hi, I'm Tyler Tipton.
And I'm Taylor Stewart. Welcome to the Blue Wave Sports Show, your source for sports.
Yeah, I was talking here about the weekend wrap-up. This past weekend, our FAU Owls football team faced Navy, and Taylor, it was a real heartbreaker. We were up 10-0. We're in the game. We're going to win this game, as I suggested last week on the show, and we blow it. We ended up losing 24-17. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, we had the lead, we blew it, but then we were in there. We were still fighting. With 5 minutes left in the game, we had the ball. We just couldn't convert. Goes back to us just not being able to finish, but being with the team and being able to compete throughout the game. And we've seen this with many teams where we're up, we blow our lead, and then we just can't seem to come back and get the victory. But on a brighter note, we have Western Kentucky coming up.
That's right. We are not blowing our load on Western Kentucky, okay? We are going to unleash on them, all right? They may have beat Kentucky earlier in the year, but, okay, we're gonna beat Western Kentucky, all right? This is a conference game. We're coming off this close loss to the Navy Midshipmen, and I predict Owls win in a close one, 38-31. What are your thoughts?
Okay, I think it's going to be an Owl win. I don't think it's going to be easy. It's at Western
Definitely
Kentucky.
not.
It's going to be colder. Our guys aren't used to that.
Yeah. Well, they played in the cold last week, so.
Yeah, but they don't practice in the cold. It's very rare for our team to see, you know, temperatures
Do you think it's colder
below
in Maryland
60.
or Kentucky?
Probably
think?
Maryland, I would think.
think so?
Yeah, it was.
That's a factor.
It was in the 40s for last week's game.
Ah,
But
ain't that bad.
I think the Owls are going to win it. And if they win that, like we said, our home
Watch out for 2 Friday nights from now, November 16th, when we play FIU. Oh, yeah.
and
Get
there's
your
going to
chicken
be a
wings ready.
24-hour tailgate prior to that, so make sure you're
24-hour
there.
tailgate. Oh, boy. People are going to be
And
blacked
this
out for the
is
game
going to be the
starts.
last time that we are seeing FIU in our conference, so this is a must-win.
Oh,
So I think that getting a win against Western Kentucky is going to be absolutely vital in order for us to take on FIU.
absolutely. It shows progress with the Carl Pelini program, and, you know, we got to just, you know, we got to knock her tooth out before they walk out of our.
And, you know, I don't think the Navy win or the Navy loss is something we should hang our heads about.
Oh, God, no.
I think the fact
No,
that we
no,
were
no.
able to keep up with them is awesome. It should give our team some confidence knowing that they could have won, but they just kind of blew it.
Yeah, the Navy loss, I mean, that was like as if a guy's talking to, like, a mediocre-looking girl and, like, she says, no, I'm not going to give you your number. It's not a big deal. We go on. We got bigger fish to fry here. We are going to beat Western Kentucky. We're going to beat FIU, and the rest of the games are on our schedule. But let's talk about a win that we got last night versus Lynn and our basketball team, the men's basketball team. Not as I expected. I was expecting, you know, as I was talking on the show earlier a couple weeks ago about how, you know, we need to be stealing, blocking shots, it needs to be a blowout. Wasn't a blowout by any means. It's a close game to the very end, but I do have to give a shout out to Dragon, big number 3 in the middle. I like to call him the big white mammoth. He's like a big old white polar bear in there, and I'm preaching to him the whole time. I'm on courtside filming the game. I'm like, dude, dunk it. Like, what is this layup style? I mean, he's literally taller than everybody on the whole court. If he just gets his arms up.
Fun fact, he is the tallest player in the Sun Belt. So that is a huge, huge advantage that we have. Just the size and the presence that he has. I mean, that's intimidating.
Fun fact for you, Taylor, he was the leading scorer last night, so I'm seeing big promise in Big Dragon.
Someone else that's looking great is Stephon Moody, our point guard.
Oh, yeah.
He is quick. I think he looked great. You know, we have Greg Gant. He's really the only returning starter that we've had that's been on this FAU team for multiple years. And so considering all these different factors, the new freshman, Dragon, this is his first year being able to play. He had to sit out a year because he's a transfer. I think they looked great. It wasn't a blowout.
But Lynn competed, and Lynn had some big boys. They had a lot of – overall, their team was taller than we are. Overall. Now, Dragon was, yes, still the tallest man on the court by far, but overall, 5 versus 5, their players are overall definitely taller than ours, and that's always a factor in basketball because, I mean, you're trying to get to the hoop. And Lynn played a good game. I mean, it was close. And, you know, just as we were talking about big brother versus little brother was showing promise at the beginning, like, no, I'm not little brother no more. You know, we're going to take over this. And then as time progressed, you know, we had to lay the hand on them.
I think the important thing to keep in mind is they never took the lead. We were always leading,
exactly.
Which, considering how close
you
it
may
was,
come close, but you shall not get the cheese
I don't
behind
think
this
they
mouse.
ever came in between they got more than 3 or 4 points.
Yeah.
So, of the lead. So that's a good thing. The fact that we were able to let some of our bench players play and still keep the lead. Of course, it decreased significantly. It went from, 15-10 to about 4 points. But we still kept the lead. We were competing. I think Lynn at the end, it was kind of desperation mode.
Exactly.
And they played really good at the end.
It's not like our bench players are playing bad. I didn't even notice that the bench players were in, to be honest with you, because we kept doing our thing. We were playing, and the only reason they got close again was because, like you say, they're in desperation mode and they're just going for the threes every time, drawing fouls every chance they get. And Lynn played a great game. But hey, let's talk about the NFL real quick. So the Eagles got defeated last night versus the Saints, as I predicted, 28-17. How do you feel?
I thought they were going to win. I always think they're going to win. Most of the time I'm wrong. But, the first Mike Vick threw an interception right off the bat, and that just kind of set the tone for the game.
Turning the ball over.
It was Saints had home field advantage. It wasn't great. I'm still predicting the Eagles that are going to win this weekend because they're going to be at home. I think that has a huge factor. I think Andy Reid is so close to losing his job that he will go out there and play if he has to.
He's so close to losing his job, he's about to shave his mustache, okay? But, I knew New Orleans was going to win last night. They're in the Dome. New Orleans is hot right now, all right? They may not have many wins under the belt, and they're third in the NFC South. But I tell you, this team is scary. They could be making a late push in the NFC wildcard. Okay.
And they definitely have the experience. They won a Super Bowl. They've been in the playoffs, been there, done that. Yeah. At home, they're a scary team, and I think they're turning it on, and they're going to be a team to look out for.
Definitely. They're completely turned on, and Drew Brees is playing at the elite level that he always does. However, the defense was, coming together last night, intercepted Mike Vick, although that's partly Michael Vick's fault. But that's that. And New Orleans, I predicted they were going to win, and I was right as usual. They won. New Orleans is going to win the next couple games. I'm telling you right now. They have a chance to beat Atlanta the next time they play them. I'm telling you that right now. That's right. Just went on the record. Undefeated Atlanta Falcons. Watch out for the New Orleans Saints. When they play you again, it's not going to be the same story. That's
a pretty bold prediction to make.
Oh, well, I had the check mixed bold mixed earlier, so, Well, thank you for joining on the Sports Insider Weekend Wrap-Up. I'm Tyler Tipton.
I'm Taylor Stewart.
Thanks for stopping by.